Welcome dear students, my name is Swati BS, lecturer in Department of Computer Science, Vishwamanava Composite PU College, Chitradurga. In the last session, we discussed about the chapter called as database concept. In that, we discussed the concept called as the operators used in relational algebra. Mainly the operators are classified into mathematical oriented operators and relational oriented operators. In case of mathematical oriented operators, we already discussed about the union operator, intersection operator, difference operator and Cartesian product operator. So when you consider an relational oriented operator, in the previous class we discussed briefly about the selection operator and projection operator and also the basics of join operator in the previous class. So as we know, the selection operator is used to weave only the certain tuples based on the condition what we mentioned there. And along with that, when you consider the projection operator is used to select the certain attributes which are required for us. ನಮಗೆ ಬೇಕಾಗಿರೋ ಕಾಲಮ್ಸ್ನ ಮಾತ್ರ ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ರೊಜೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಪರೇಟರ್ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸಿಮಿಲರ್ ಟು ದ್ಯಾಟ್, ವೆನ್ ಯು ಕಮ್ ಟು ಆ್ಯನ್ ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಆಪರೇಟರ್, ದ ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಆಪರೇಟರ್ ಈಸ್ ಯೂಸ್ಡ್ ಫಾರ್ ಕಂಬೈನಿಂಗ್ ದ ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಟು tuples again the based on the join condition. So when you consider the join operators, in detail we are going to discuss the join operators in today's class. So let us start the join operators. So join operator is represented by using the modulus of cross product symbol. Modulus of cross product symbol anta helತೀವಿ. And what do you mean by join operator? Here I wrote the definition. The join operator are used to pair the tuples from the two relations. So if you have the two tables, if you have the two relations, the two tuples from the combined, the two tuples are merged if and only if the given join condition is satisfied. ನಾವು ಬರೆದಿರುವಂಥ ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಸ್ಯಾಟಿಸ್ಫೈ ಆದರೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಆ ರಿಲೇಷನ್ನಲ್ಲಿರುವ ಆ ಟೇಬಲ್ಸಲ್ಲಿರುವ ರೋಸನ್ನು, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ಟ್ಯುಪಲ್ಸನ್ನು ನಾವೇನು ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ಕಂಬೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ the main purpose of using the join operator. Means the join are used for combining, or you may write pair the tuples of two relations if and only if the given condition is satisfied. And when you consider the join operator, the join operators are mainly classified into three types. The first one is called equijoin, and second one is called natural join, and third one is called outer join. And when you consider the equijoin, the details of equijoin and example for the equijoin we discussed in the previous class. That means the join which uses the equality comparison operator. Means while you are writing the definition for a join, now join operator ಅಲ್ಲಿ definition ಬರೆಯುವಾಗ if you use the equality comparison operator, we know that while you are writing the condition, you may use any relational operator. Means less than use ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, greater than use ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, less than or equal use ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, greater than or equal use ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, or equal not equal use ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. But when you consider the join which uses only equality comparison operator, ಯಾವ join ಅಲ್ಲಿ equality comparison operator ಮಾತ್ರ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವೋ, those joins are called equijoins. You can refer the previous video for this example. That means we taken one student table and one subject table and we did the equijoin between those two that I was discussed in the previous class. And when it comes to our next type, the natural join. So natural join is a type of join operator which is mainly used for removing the duplicate attributes in the table. Means when you combine the two relations or when you merge the two relations based on the join condition, there may be a chances of having the tables with same attribute names. ಎರಡು ಟೇಬಲಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಸೇಮ್ ಆಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಟ್ ನೇಮ್ಸ್ ಇರುವ ಸಾಧ್ಯತೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ that can be removed or that can be eliminated by performing natural join operation. And when you consider the example for the natural join, you can see here the course is the table. In this we are having the course ID and course and the department. These three are the attributes here, and values I written for this is CS01, ME1, EE01. These are all the course IDs, and the courses are database, mechanics and electronics are the courses, and the department is computer science, mechanical engineering and electrical engineering. And when you consider the one more table, the another relation, it is called as HOD table. In this HOD table, again we are having the two attributes. One is department table and another one is head table. So in case of department table, again the CS, ME and EE, and head of the department is Karan, Vinay and Vivek. And when you observe these two tables are used for making a natural join, because in these two tables we are having an attribute with the common name. So ಈ ಎರಡು ಟೇಬಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನೋ attribute ಕಾಮನ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. In order to eliminate the duplicate attributes, automatically we can do the which joining procedure, natural joining procedure ಅನ್ನು use ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. So that when you see the output or the resultant table after performing the natural join, you will get department only once. Department, that is CS, ME and EE. CID means course ID, CS01, ME01 and EE01. And course database mechanics and electronics, and head of the department is Karan, Vinay and Vivek. You can see here based on the comparison between these two. So ಎರಡು ಟೇಬಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಸೇಮ್ attribute ಇದೆ and ಸೇಮ್ ಡೊಮೈನ್ ಇದೆ. Domain is nothing but set of values for that attribute. Same domain ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, we can perform the natural join. How this natural join can be performed and the details of this you are going to study in your higher classes. But according to your PU syllabus, only they will mention it. So what is natural join? An example for natural join: when you are performing a natural join between the two relations, the duplicate columns will automatically removed when we take the resultant table or resultant relation. So this is about the natural join. So next we are going to discuss about the outer join. So in case of outer join, again it is classified into three types. One is left outer join, and another one is right outer join, and third one is called full outer join. So let us discuss the details of all these outer join types. So now let us discuss the definition of outer join and the types of outer join. So the definition of outer join is: the outer join retains the information that would be left or that would be lost during the comparison. Means when you are comparing the values of one attribute of one relation with the other attribute of another relation, there may be a chances of losing the information. That lost information is retained in the table itself by using which type of join operation? Outer join. Clear? Outer join operation retains the information that would be lost from the table and replacing the missed value with the null. ಅಂದರೆ ಯಾವ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಿಸ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೋ, ಯಾವ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಲೇ ಆಗ್ತಿರಲ್ವೋ, that value is replaced by the null operation or a null value ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. And when you consider the three types of operation: left outer join, right outer join and full outer join. In case of left outer join, it keeps the complete data from the left table. So when you consider the two tables, here the R relation is called as left table and S relation or LS table is called as S table is called right relation. So left outer join andre it keeps the data from the left table, means the overall the content present in the left table that would not be lost during the joining. So joining ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಲೆಫ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುವಂತಹ ಡಾಟಾ ಏನಾಗಬಾರದು, ಲಾಸ್ ಆಗಬಾರದು. ಆ ಥರ ಮೇಂಟೈನ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಲೆಫ್ಟ್ ಔಟರ್ ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಆಪರೇಷನ್. And we know that join is represented like this: modulus of cross product. And left outer join andre it should be written like this. So left side alli you have to write the lines here. So upper alli one line join ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, lower alli one line join ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. This indicates the left outer join. And similar to that, what is right outer join? Right outer join retains or keeps the data from right table. Right table ಇರೋ ಡಾಟಾನ ರಿಟೈನ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. That is called as right outer join. The symbol represent the right outer join is again the modulus of cross product and the two lines at the right side of that symbol. And the next one is full outer join. Full outer join retains the data from both the table. ಲೆಫ್ಟ್ ಟೇಬಲಲ್ಲಿರೋ ಡಾಟಾನು ರಿಟೈನ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ರೈಟ್ ಟೇಬಲಲ್ಲಿರೋ ಡಾಟಾನು ರಿಟೈನ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವೇನಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, ಫುಲ್ ಔಟರ್ ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. And you can see here, so full outer join, the symbol used to represent the full outer join. Both the sides you have to write like this. So these are all the outer joins and the different symbols used to represent the left outer join, right outer join and full outer join. So let us discuss the example for all these three types. So when you consider the relation of, here we have two attributes R column A and R column B, and the relation is, here also we are having two columns S column A and S column B. So based on the left outer join condition, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಅದ್ರ ಬೇಸಿಸ್ ಮೇಲೆ we have to write the resultant table. Observe here, we have to compare the R table with the S table and we have to perform left outer join here. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ಆಪರೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ, ಲೆಫ್ಟ್ ಔಟರ್ ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ. And while writing the condition here, R dot R column A is equal to S dot S column A. So what is present in R dot R column A? A is present here. And what is there in S dot S column A? A is present. And this condition becomes true now. A is equal to A. The condition becomes true. When the condition becomes true, that tuple is inserted in the resultant table so that A1, A1, that is inserted in the result. And come to the second one, B is compared with A, doesn't matches. B is compared with C, D is compared with B is compared with D, and B is compared with A. There is no matched value there, means condition becomes false. Come to the next tuple, D is compared with A, D is compared with C, means we are checking this condition here. D is compared with D, this condition becomes true, so that we included D3 and again D3 here. So R column aliro D3, S column aliro D3, that is included in the resultant table. And when you consider the next value, that is F, F is compared with A, F is compared with C, F is compared with D, F is compared with E, the condition doesn't become true here, condition is false, so that this tuple is not included in the result. And come to the last tuple, E is compared with A, E is compared with C, E is compared with D, and E is compared with E. This condition becomes true, so that it is included in the result. And very important point, here we are doing the left outer join so that what are all the tuples left in the left outer join, means what are all the tuples remains in the left table. You have to see now, R table is the left table now. In this, A is included in the resultant, D is included in the resultant, and E is included in the resultant, because based on the condition those three becomes true, so that they are included in the result. And when you consider the B and F, these two tuples are not included in the resultant. Since it is an outer join, we have to take that in the resultant table. Left outer join means it retains all the tuples present in the left table, so that B and F na matra result alli barkotira. Right side table in a values ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ, right side table ಅಂದ್ರೆ this one, S table. S table in a values ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ, that one made as a null. ಈ ತರ ಮೈನಸ್ ಸಿಂಬಲ್ ಹಾಕಿ ಬರೆದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಏನಂತ ಇಂಡಿಕೇಟ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ನಲ್ ಅಂತ ಇಂಡಿಕೇಟ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ನಾವು ಡೆಫಿನೇಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಿದೀವಿ, ಔಟರ್ ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್ ರಿಟೇನ್ಸ್ ದ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ that would be lost during the comparison and missed value will be replaced by the null ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಈ ಮಿಸ್ಸಿಂಗ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂನ ನಲ್ಲಿಂದ ರೀಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. And when you consider the next topic, we have to write an example for right outer join. Observe, there is a small changes here. Right outer join, the symbol used to represent right outer join is like this, and we have to perform right outer join now. Observe here again, the R dot R column is compared with S dot. Again A is compared with A, true ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. B, there is no matches. D is compared with D, S adu tuple barutte. F, there is no match. E is compared with E, that is also included in the resultant. But very important thing is, you can see here the which tuple is not included from the right side of the table. This is left of the table, this is right table. So when you consider the right table, A is included, D D is included and E is included in the resultant. Since we are performing right outer join, observe the tuple which is not included in the resultant table, so that the C is not included in the resultant table. So you write the C in this and make the remaining values as null. You can observe here, right outer join means it retains or it keeps the data from right side table. This is right side table. ಇದರೊಳಗಿರೋ ಎಲ್ಲ ಡಾಟಾನು ಅದು ಹಾಗೆ ಉಳಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತೆ ರಿಸಲ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಟೇಬಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. And the value that we don't know ಅಥವಾ the value which is empty that is made as a null. ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು null ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. Clear with this? And let us write an example for full outer join. Again, full outer join means it keeps the values from both the tables. The symbol is like this and the symbol is like this. Right? So this full outer join keeps the values which are present in both the left table and the right table, so that first we will go for the condition A is compared with A and D is compared with D and E is compared with A, so that those tuples will appear in the resultant table. And next you can observe what are the tuples which are not included from the left side. Left side alli ನಾವು ಯಾವ tuples ನ include ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ ನೋಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. A ಇದೆ, D ಇದೆ, E ಇದೆ, so that the B2 and one more is F4 and make null here. We doesn't know the value for this. And go for the right side table now. Observe the tuple which is not included here. A is included, D is included and E is included, C is not included. So write C and make the remaining values as null. You can see your full outer join we are performing now. Full outer join means it keeps the values from both the left table and right table. Left table ಇರೋ ಎಲ್ಲ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ರೈಟ್ ಟೇಬಲ್ ಇರೋ ಎಲ್ಲ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಇಫ್ ದೇರ್ ಈಸ್ ನೋ ಮ್ಯಾಚ್, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ಮ್ಯಾಚಿಂಗ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಸಿಗಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಥವಾ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಟ್ರೂ ಆಗಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಮಸ್ಟ್ ಬಿ ರೀಪ್ಲೇಸ್ಡ್ ವಿತ್ ನಲ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಟ್ರೂ ಆಗಿರೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಪೇರ್ಡ್ ಟೇಬಲ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಕಂಬೈನ್ ದೋಸ್ ಟೇಬಲ್ಸ್. So clear with this? This is about the outer join, that is left outer join, right outer join and full outer join. So let us discuss the next topic called as usage of symbolic notations. How we have to use the symbolic notations. So now let us discuss how to replace the verbal ones with the symbolic notations. As we discussed, the several symbols belongs to an relational algebra, means the selection is represented by sigma and the projection is represented by pi and the Cartesian product is represented by a cross symbol and the join symbol is represented by a modulus of cross product, so that based on the standard symbols what we studied, by using those standard symbols we have to replace the verbal ones by those standard symbols. So let us replace those. So when you consider the first one, the select symbol, that is called as sigma, we have to use here, and the remaining all we have to write the condition here. Department number is equal to 1 and the table name or the relation name is employee. Relation name is employee here. And come to the second one, the select means you have to write sigma and the department number is equal to 1 and symbol is represented by cap. So cap indicates the and symbol and the surname is equal to RS and the table from which we are fetching the value or the relation name is employee. From the employee relation we are taking the value. Now you can go for the third one, project D name. So I will write here the third one solution. So observe the question, project D name. So what is the symbol for project? Pi is the symbol for the project operation and D name is the attribute name. Write as it is D name. And after that department is a table name. So write the department. Then join operator. As we know, the join operator is like this, Cartesian product. Then After writing the join, again the condition department number is equal to department number. This is the condition, open bracket as it is. Next, go for the project operation. So project means file. Then the attribute name is course number, and then open bracket. Then we have to use a select. So select means, what is the symbol for select? Sigma is the symbol. Then course name is considered as a further accounting. And next you have to write the one more column name, that is called as course. One more table name, relation name, that is called as course. Close the parenthesis. How much you opened here? 1, 2 and one more is 3. Department ಗೆ ನಾವು ಮುಂಚೆ ಒಂದು ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. So these 3 brackets you have to close them. So this is how you have to replace the verbal ones with the operator. So ನಾವು ಯಾವುದೇ verbal ones, selection, projection, Cartesian product, union, intersection, ಯಾವುದೇ verbal ones ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ರೆ we can replace them by the operators what we discussed. So it is very simple. ಇಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲಿ ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಟು, ಪ್ರೊಜೆಕ್ಟು, ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಅಂತ ಇರುತ್ತೋ ಅಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಕಡೆ, ಮತ್ತು ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ಅಂತ ಇರುತ್ತೋ ಅಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಕಡೆ ನಾವೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ವಿ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಯೂಸ್ ದ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ ಸಿಂಬಲ್ಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ದೋಸ್ ಆಪರೇಟರ್ಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದ ಯೂಸೇಜ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಸಿಂಬಲ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ ವರ್ಬಲ್ ಒನ್ಸ್. So next we are going to discuss about the rename operator. So what do you mean by rename operator? The symbol used for representing rename operator is row symbol anta heltivi. So what is the purpose of using a rename operator? The name itself tells, the name of the operator itself tells. The rename operator is used for giving a name to an already existing relation. If you want to change the name of an already existing relation, then we are going to use the rename operator. It can also be defined as rename operator returns the existing table with a new name. So existing table with the new name. And when you consider the rename operator, we are going to write like this: row B of A. So you can observe here, B is the existing table now or existing relation. B is the existing relation, and what we considering A here, this is a name I want to give for an existing relation. For example, if I write like this: row of employee or row of workers, and if I write here employee, this means that there is a relation which is having the name called workers. ನಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ಒಂದು ಟೇಬಲ್ ಇದೆ, ಒಂದು ರಿಲೇಷನ್ ಇದೆ. ಆ ರಿಲೇಷನ್ಗೆ ನಾವೇನಂತ ಹೆಸರು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀವಿ? ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ವರ್ಕರ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ನೇಮ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ದಿಸ್ ನೇಮ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ರೀಪ್ಲೇಸ್ಡ್ ಬೈ ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯೀಸ್. ಈ ವರ್ಕರ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಇರೋದು ಟೇಬಲಿನ ನೇಮು ನನಗೇನಾಗಬೇಕು? ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯಿ ಅಂತ ರೀಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ರೀನೇಮ್ ಆಪರೇಟರ್. ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ರೀನೇಮ್ ಆಪರೇಟರ್ ರಿಟರ್ನ್ಸ್ ದ ಎಕ್ಸಿಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಟೇಬಲ್ ಆರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಿಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ರಿಲೇಷನ್ ವಿತ್ ಎ ನ್ಯೂ ನೇಮ್, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಇನ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ ವರ್ಕರ್ಸ್ the name what we are going to see is employees, means it is renaming the relation name anta helತೀವಿ. And when you consider again the operator concept, so we already know that ನಾವು ಯಾವುದೇ ಆಪರೇಟರ್ಸ್ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರು ಫಂಡಮೆಂಟಲ್ ಆಪರೇಟರ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಡಿರೈವ್ಡ್ ಆಪರೇಟರ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಎರಡು ಥರ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವಿ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ಡ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದ ರಿಲೇಷನಲ್ ಆಪರೇಟರ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಮ್ಯಾಥಮ್ಯಾಟಿಕಲ್ ಓರಿಯೆಂಟೆಡ್ ಆಪರೇಟರ್ಸ್ ಓದಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಇನ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ಡ್ ಮ್ಯಾಥಮ್ಯಾಟಿಕಲ್ ಓರಿಯೆಂಟೆಡ್ ಆಪರೇಟರ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ರಿಲೇಷನಲ್ ಓರಿಯೆಂಟೆಡ್ ಆಪರೇಟರ್ಸ್. ಇನ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ which operators are called fundamental operators and which are called as derived operators, that we are going to discuss now. So when you consider the fundamental operators, so as we know, in case of fundamental operators, selection is a fundamental operator, but it is relational oriented alva, relational oriented and it is fundamental. It is basically a basic operator that is called as fundamental operator. And the union is a fundamental operator, and Cartesian product is a fundamental operator, and difference, it is a fundamental operator, and rename operator, this is a fundamental operator. These operators are called fundamental operators. And when you consider the derivable operators or derived operators, so there are mainly two derived operators. One is join operator and another one is intersection operator. As we know, the join operator is one of the simplest form which is obtained from the Cartesian product. Alva Cartesian product ಇಂದ ನಾವು ಯಾವುದನ್ನ ಫೆಚ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿರೋದು, ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಆಪರೇಟರ್ ಅನ್ನು ಡಿರೈವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿರೋದು. ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಡಿರೈವ್ಡ್ ಆಪರೇಟರ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇಂಟರ್ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್, ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ವಿ ನೋ, ಯೂನಿಯನ್ ಈಸ್ ಎ ಕಾಂಬಿನೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಲ್ ದ ಟ್ಯುಪಲ್ಸ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಇನ್ ದ ರಿಲೇಷನ್, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇಂಟರ್ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಈಸ್ ಎ ಕಂಬೈನಿಂಗ್ ದ ಕಾಮನ್ ಟ್ಯುಪಲ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದೋಸ್ ರಿಲೇಷನ್ಸ್. ಎರಡೂ ರಿಲೇಷನ್ಸಲ್ಲೂ ಸೇಮ್ ಇರುವಂಥ ಟ್ಯುಪಲ್ಸನ್ನ ಕಂಬೈನ್ ಮಾಡೋದೇ ಇಂಟರ್ಸೆಕ್ಷನು. ಸೊ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಯೂನಿಯನ್ನಿನ ಆಪೋಸಿಟ್ ಯಾವುದಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಇಂಟರ್ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಹೆನ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಡಿರೈವ್ಡ್ ಆಪರೇಟರ್ಸ್. ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್? ಫಂಡಮೆಂಟಲ್ ಆಪರೇಟರ್ಸ್, ಡಿರೈವ್ಡ್ ಆಪರೇಟರ್ಸ್. ಫಂಡಮೆಂಟಲ್ ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಷನ್, ಯೂನಿಯನ್, ಕಾರ್ಟೇಶಿಯನ್ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್, ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ರೀನೇಮ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಡಿರೈವ್ಡ್ ಆಪರೇಟರ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಆಪರೇಟರ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇಂಟರ್ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಪರೇಟರ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. And when you come to our next concept, we are going to discuss about equivalences. So as the name indicates, there are, in a mathematics or in a computer science, we can see several equations which will give the same result, right? We can take in several relations or several expressions. After evaluating those two expressions, we will get the same output, we will get the same result. Those type of expressions or those types of equations are called as equivalences anta helti. And when you come to the equivalences in relational algebra, the first one is, if I consider A relation and join operation, condition, B relation. This can also be written as, nodi, we are joining A and B relation. A is one table and B is another table, and we are joining these two tables, we are merging these two tables based on the condition. This can also be written as like this: pi A1, A2, etc. up to AN sigma of condition A cross B. Means after evaluating this expression, what the result you are going to get, the same result you can get from this also. Here pi indicates the projection, and A1, A2, AN indicates the attributes, and sigma indicates the selection, and C indicates the condition to select the tuples, and A cross B indicates the Cartesian product of those two relations A and B. Means instead of using the join operation, we can also use what? Pi means projection, selection and Cartesian product. ಆ ಮೂರನ್ನು ಕಂಬೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಬಂದರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಏನು ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ? ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಆಪರೇಷನ್ ಸಿಗುತ್ತಾ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. And when you consider the several equivalences in mathematics or in case of any relational algebra, we can say that A cross B is equivalent to B cross A. Right? A cross B ಯಾವುದಕ್ಕೆ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ? B cross A ಗೆ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. And similar to that, A union B is also equivalent to B union A. Right? A union B ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಏನು ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಬರುತ್ತೋ, B union A ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಕೂಡ ಅದೇ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. And similar to that, A intersection B is equivalent to B intersection A. A intersection B is equivalent to B intersection A. And the next equivalence is, but A minus B is not equal to B minus A. This is not equal. So this is not an equivalence relation. A minus B will give the different answer, and B minus A will also give the different answer. These two are not equivalent relations. And when you consider the one more called as the third one, selection of condition 1 and selection of condition 2 from a table A. This can also be written as selection of condition 2 and selection of condition 1 from table A. You can also write like this. And this can, so 1 minute. So this can also be written as selection of C2 and selection of condition 1 and the table is given. And this can also be written as selection of condition 1 and condition 2 from the table or from the relation A. You can observe here all three evaluations will give the same result. ನೀವು ಮೂರರಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದನ್ನೇ ಎವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಕೂಡ ನಿಮಗೆ ಸೇಮ್ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಸೇಮ್ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ದಿಸ್ ಆರ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಿವೇಲೆನ್ಸ್ ರಿಲೇಷನ್ಸ್. ಇವನ್ನ ನಾವೇನಂತ ಕರಿಬೋದು? ಈಕ್ವಿವೇಲೆನ್ಸ್ ರಿಲೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ವಿತ್ ದಿಸ್? ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವೈ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ದಿಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಿವೇಲೆನ್ಸ್ ರಿಲೇಷನ್? ವಿ ನೋ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ the sum of the relations or sum of the equivalence are easy to evaluate. ನಾವು ಯಾಕೆ ಈಕ್ವಿವೇಲೆನ್ಸ್ನ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಈಕ್ವಿವೇಲೆನ್ಸಸ್ಸು ನಮಗೆ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ? ಈಸಿ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವೆನ್ ಯು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ದ ಒನ್ ಮೋರ್ ಥಿಂಗ್, ದ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್, ಫೋರ್ತ್ ಒನ್, ಐ ವಿಲ್ ರೈಟ್ ಹಿಯರ್. ಸೊ ಸಿಗ್ಮಾ ಆಫ್ A1 of A, this can also be written as sigma of A1 and sigma of A1 and sigma of A1 and A. So you will get the same result. ನೀವು ಈ ಥರ ಎಷ್ಟೇ ಸಲ ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋದ್ರು ನಿನಗೇನು ಬರುತ್ತೆ? ಸೇಮ್ ರಿಸಲ್ಟೇ ಬರ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ದೀಸ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಆಫ್ ರಿಲೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಈಕ್ವಿವೇಲೆನ್ಸ್ ರಿಲೇಷನ್ಸ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಯಾಕೆ ಈಕ್ವಿವೇಲೆನ್ಸ್ ರಿಲೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ದೀಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಗಿವ್ or these will provide the easier way of evaluation. ನಮಗೆ ಈಕ್ವಿವೇಲೆನ್ಸ್ ರಿಲೇಷನ್ಸು ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಸಿಚುವೇಷನಲ್ಲಿ ಈಸಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಷನ್ಸನ್ನು ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ, ಸೊ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ದ ಎವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಯೇಷನ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ ಈಸಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವೆನ್ ಯು ರೈಟ್ ಎನಿ ಕ್ವೇರಿ, ನಾವು ಬೇಸಿಕಲಿ ಡಾಟಾಬೇಸನ್ನು ಓದೋದೇನಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ? ಟು ರೈಟ್ ದ SQL ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮಿಂಗ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಟು ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ದ ಡಾಟಾಬೇಸ್. SQL ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮನ್ನು ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅದನ್ನು ಕಲ್ತ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಒಂದು ಡಾಟಾಬೇಸನ್ನು ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಇನ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಟು ರೈಟ್ ದ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ಸ್ ಬೈ ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ SQL ಯು ಮಸ್ಟ್ ರೈಟ್ ದ ಕ್ವೇರೀಸ್. ಅಂದರೆ ನಾವು SQL ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜನ್ನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಕ್ವೇರೀಸ್ ಬರಿತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ವೆನ್ ಯು ರೈಟ್ ದ ಕ್ವೇರಿ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಸಬ್ಮಿಟೆಡ್ ಟು ಆ್ಯನ್ RDBMS, ನೀವು ಆ ಕ್ವೇರಿನ ಸಬ್ಮಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ RDBMSಗೆ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಕ್ವೇರಿ ಆಪ್ಟಿಮೈಸರ್, RDBMS ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಕಾಂಪೊನೆಂಟ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಕ್ವೇರಿ ಆಪ್ಟಿಮೈಸರ್. ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಕ್ವೇರಿ ಆಪ್ಟಿಮೈಸರ್ ಸರ್ಚ್ ಫಾರ್ ಆ್ಯನ್ very efficient expression and easier expression to evaluate. Optimizer ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಕೊಡುವ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಷನನ್ನು ಎವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಡಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಸರ್ಚ್ ಫಾರ್ ಆ್ಯನ್ equivalent expression which will become an easy for the evaluation. Because of that purpose we are going to discuss about the equivalences here. There are several examples for equivalence relations, but in your textbook they mentioned only limited examples for equivalence. You must remember A minus B and B minus A. This is not an equivalence relation, and apart from this what I written, the remaining all these are called equivalence relations. And the next we are going to discuss about the difference between relational algebra and SQL. So this question is important. So difference between relational algebra and SQL. Difference between relational algebra and SQL. So we already discussed that some of the operators what we are using in relational algebra, they are also used in SQL. ನಾವು ರಿಲೇಷನಲ್ ಆಲ್ಜಿಬ್ರಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡುವ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಆಪರೇಟರ್ಸನ್ನು ಯಾವುದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ? SQL ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ದ ರಿಲೇಷನಲ್ ಆಲ್ಜಿಬ್ರಾ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ಡ್. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ಡ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಈಗ ರಿಲೇಷನಲ್ ಆಲ್ಜಿಬ್ರಾ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ಡ್. ವೈ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ಡ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ದ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಎನಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಷನ್ ಈಸ್ ಅಗೈನ್ ದ ರಿಲೇಷನ್. ನೀನು ಯಾವುದೇ ರಿಲೇಷನಲ್ ಆಲ್ಜಿಬ್ರಾನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಒಂದು ಕೋಡನ್ನು ಬರ್ತಿದೆಯಾ ಅಂದರೆ, ಅಥವಾ ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಷನನ್ನು ಬರ್ತಿದೆಯಾ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಒಂದು ಕಂಡೀಷನನ್ನು ಬರ್ತಿದೆಯಾ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ದ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಕಮ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಫ್ ರಿಲೇಷನ್. ಅದರ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ಯಾವ ಫಾರ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ? ಅಗೈನ್ ರಿಲೇಷನಲ್ ಫಾರ್ಮಲ್ಲೇ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಹೆನ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ಡ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ದ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಎನಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಷನ್ ಈಸ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಫ್ ರಿಲೇಷನ್ ಅಗೈನ್. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಇದನ್ನು ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ಡ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. And SQL is called superset of relational algebra. So SQL ಅನ್ನು ನಾವೇನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ? Superset of relational algebra. So why it is called as superset of relational algebra ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, because it contains all the operators which are used in relational algebra, and along with that it also contains the other operators which are specific for the SQL. ಅಂದರೆ ರಿಲೇಷನಲ್ ಅಲ್ಜಿಬ್ರಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡೋ ಆಪರೇಟರ್ಸು ಇದರೊಳಗಡೆ ಇದ್ದಾವೆ, ಎಸ್ ಕ್ಯೂ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡುವಂಥ ಆಪರೇಟರ್ಸು ಎಸ್ ಕ್ಯೂ ಎಲ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಇದ್ದಾವೆ. ಹೆನ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಸೂಪರ್ ಸೆಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಸ್ ಕ್ಯೂ ಎಲ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಅಂಡ್ ದ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಸಿಮ್ಯಾಂಟಿಕ್ಸ್. It has simple semantics, means when you discussed about the relational algebra, ನಾವು ಓದಿದ್ವಿ ಈಗ ರಿಲೇಷನಲ್ algebra ಬಗ್ಗೆ. when you see that it is having very easy operators, union, intersection, difference, so Cartesian product and selection, projection, this is somewhat easier, that is called as simple semantics. syntax ಕೂಡ ತುಂಬ ಈಸಿ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. and when you consider the SQL, this SQL is as the complicated semantics. Complicated semantics, so means the way of writing the queries is somewhat complicated, means somewhat difficult in case of which one SQL. And when you consider the relational algebra, it has rigorous foundation. It has rigorous foundation because it has a rigorous foundation, means it has a somewhat difficult foundation. Difficult is nothing but when you consider the relational algebra, you can see that the understanding of relational algebra is somewhat initially difficult, means rigorous foundation, difficult foundation ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. And when you consider the SQL is having convenient formatting because SQL ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಕನ್ವೀನಿಯಂಟ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಯಾಟಿಂಗ್. ಸೊ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ SQL ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ಇನ್ಸರ್ಟು, ಆಲ್ಟರು, ಡಿಲೀಟು, ಡ್ರಾಪು ಅಂತ ಎಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಕಮಾಂಡ್ಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಆಲ್ ದ ಕಮಾಂಡ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಗಿವನ್ ಇನ್ ಎ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಯಾಟ್. ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಯಾಟಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನೇ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕನ್ವೀನಿಯಂಟ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಯಾಟಿಂಗ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಸಮೋಟ್ ರಿಗರಸ್ ಫೌಂಡೇಶನ್ ಆರ್ ರಿಗರಸ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಯಾಟಿಂಗ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಯಾಟಿಂಗ್ ನಾವು ಅನಲೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಬರೆಯೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಇದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಡಿಫಿಕಲ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವೆನ್ ಯು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ದ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಸ್, ಎನಿ ರಿಲೇಷನಲ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್ ವಿಚ್ ಈಸ್ ಪವರ್ಫುಲ್ ದ್ಯಾನ್ ದ ರಿಲೇಷನಲ್ ಆಲ್ಜಿಬ್ರಾ. ಅಂದರೆ ನಾವು ಯಾವುದೇ ರಿಲೇಷನಲ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜನ್ನು ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಪವರ್ಫುಲ್ ಆ್ಯಸ್ ಎ ರಿಲೇಷನಲ್ ಆಲ್ಜಿಬ್ರಾ. ಅದು ರಿಲೇಷನಲ್ ಆಲ್ಜಿಬ್ರಾ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಪವರ್ಫುಲ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಹೆನ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ರಿಲೇಷನಲಿ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಇದನ್ನು ಏನಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು, ರಿಲೇಷನಲಿ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಯು ಮೇ ರೈಟ್ ಹಿಯರ್ any relational language has powerful as a relational algebra. ನಾವು ರಿಲೇಷನಲ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ, ಮ್ಯಾಥಮೆಟಿಕಲ್ ಓರಿಯೆಂಟೆಡ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ರಿಲೇಷನಲ್ ಓರಿಯೆಂಟೆಡ್, ಆ ಆಪರೇಟರ್ಸನ್ನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ಲಿ ಪವರ್ಫುಲ್ ಆಸ್ ರಿಲೇಷನಲ್ algebra. ಹೆನ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ರಿಲೇಷನಲಿ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. And when you consider SQL, we know that SQL is a superset of relational algebra ಆಗಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ SQL is also a relationally complete. ನಾವು SQL ಅನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಏನಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು, ರಿಲೇಷನಲಿ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ SQL is a superset of relational algebra. ಸೂಪರ್ಸೆಟ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಇದು ರಿಲೇಷನಲಿ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂದರೆ SQL ಕೂಡ ಏನಾಗಿರಬೇಕು, ರಿಲೇಷನಲಿ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಆಗಿರಲೇಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ the difference between relational algebra and SQL. Clear? First difference is relational algebra is called closed. ಯಾಕೆ closed is? Because the relation obtained after combining ಅಥವಾ after using the relational algebra is again the relation. Means the output of every expression is again the relation ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. SQL it is called superset of relational algebra and it has simple semantics, means ಇದನ್ನ ಈಸಿಯಾಗಿ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬಹುದು. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಂಪ್ಲಿಕೇಟೆಡ್ ಸಿಮ್ಯಾಂಟಿಕ್ಸ್, ಸಿಂಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ಗಳು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಡಿಫಿಕಲ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ರಿಗರಸ್ ಫೌಂಡೇಶನ್ means it is not having the standard format, so that it has rigorous formatting, difficult formatting. ನಾವು ಅನಲೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಬರೀಬೇಕಲ್ಲಿ, ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಡಿಫಿಕಲ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಇಟ್ has convenient formatting. Since the SQL language provides a standard formats for us, it is convenient formatting. And relational language which is powerful as a relational algebra, hence it is called as relationally complete. Since SQL is a superset of relational algebra, it is called as relationally complete. So this is about the today's class. Only two concepts left in this chapter, that is data warehouse and data mining, that we will discuss in the next class. Let us write the assignment questions for this. So based on today's sessions, there are two assignment questions. The first one is write a note on outer join and its types, And the second question is compare the relational algebra and SQL. You have to write the comparison between the relational algebra and SQL. So thank you all. This is about the today's session. Start writing the assignment based on this session. Thank you all.